Hello children, I am teacher Loma and welcome to this value education lesson. I hope you are feeling good today and having a wonderful time at home. Students, in this video we will be learning about being obedient. Do you know what it means? Let us find out.
Obedience is a big long word, but I bet you have heard the word obey from your teachers, grandparents and parents. Let's see what they meant when they said you must obey or you should become an obedient child. So what is obedience? Obedience is to do what you are told to do. So if your parents told you to put your toys back in place and you did it as soon as you were told, then good job. You were obedient as you followed your parents' instructions. If in school your teacher told you to pack your bag and you did it as soon as she told you to do, then excellent, you obeyed your teacher. Do you agree that your parents, teachers and your grandparents love you very much? Yes? Then you should obey them. Everything they tell you to do is only because they want you to grow up to be a good person and for your own safety. Now I will tell you a story named More Trouble with Tuffy. Tuffy and Stevie studied in the same school and in the same class. Tuffy was a very naughty boy before, but now he was well behaved, but sometimes he would do naughty things. Now Stevie and Tuffy are good friends. In fact, they were sitting together on the school bus on the day of our story. I love school outings, said Tuffy. Me too, said Stevie. Have you ever been to the zoo before? Asked Stevie. No, but I've heard all about it. Tuffy's eyes were filled with excitement. I've heard there are lions and chimpanzees and alligators and elephants and all kinds of fun animals. Stevie smiled. I've heard that too. Animals are one of my favorite things in the whole world, said Tuffy. Just then, Stevie pointed out the window. Look, we are here. Sure enough, the school bus had pulled into the parking lot of the zoo. The children were all excited and leaned out the window to see if they could spot some animals. Class, everyone sit back down in your seats, said Miss Hamilton, the teacher. I want to tell you a few things before we go into the zoo. The class sat down and got quiet. First of all, when we are inside, I want everybody to stay in a group so no one gets lost or hurt. And if anyone does get separated from the group, we'll meet back here at the school bus at 1 o'clock. Does anyone have any questions? No one did. They could hardly wait to see the animals. Once they got inside, their teacher took them to the flamingos. They were funny because they were pink and their knees bent backwards. They were taking a shower under a waterfall. This is fun, laughed Tuffy. Then he noticed something. Look, Stevie, that's the alligator pond. Let's go over there. Sure, Tuffy, said Stevie. The two children started off. Then suddenly Stevie stopped. What's the matter? Asked Stevie. Come on, let's go. But Miss Hamilton wanted us to stay in a group, said Stevie. I don't think we are supposed to run off by ourselves. Oh, come on, it'll be okay. Besides, on our own we could go faster and see a lot more animals than everyone else, said Tuffy. Stevie thought he better be obedient to Miss Hamilton. Stevie looked at Tuffy and said, We better obey Miss Hamilton. Well, I'm not going to miss out, said Tuffy. Stevie returned to the class, but Tuffy sneaked off and no one noticed. Tuffy decided to keep an eye on the class so he wouldn't get lost. After he saw some alligators, he ran to the chimpanzee cage. This is great, he thought. I'm gonna get to see way more animals than anyone else. The chimps were funny. They hung upside down by their tails and swung from tree to tree branch. Then Tuffy found a bag of peanuts on the ground and threw them to the chimps. They came over and put their hands out for more. Tuffy noticed there was a sign that said, "Do not feed the chimps," but he was having so much fun that he kept feeding them anyway. "Hey, you!" yelled an angry voice. "Get away from here!" Tuffy looked up and saw it was a guard. "You're disobeying a sign. You're not supposed to feed those chimps. Now go!" Tuffy was scared. He ran away as fast as he could. By the time the guard was out of sight, Tuffy was shaking and tired. He stopped running and looked around. Then he noticed something. His class was nowhere to be seen. "Uh-oh," thought Tuffy. Now he was really scared. He ran through the zoo trying to find them. He ran and ran and ran, not even stopping to see any of the animals, but he couldn't find his class anywhere. He was lost. He ran back to the flamingos. The only thing he saw was that his class wasn't there. They were nowhere to be found. Tuffy spent the whole day trying to find his class. He ran from cage to cage, but he didn't even look at the animals. It was a big zoo and he was scared because he did not obey his teacher, Miss Hamilton, and now he was lost. Suddenly, in the middle of the zoo, Tuffy saw a big clock. It was about to strike 1. Tuffy ran to the front of the zoo and then out into the parking lot. Sure enough, his class was just getting back to the school bus. Tuffy was so tired after running, he walked over and got in line, then he crawled on the bus. "Where have you been, Tuffy?" asked Miss Hamilton. "We've been looking for you everywhere." "I'm sorry. I kinda got lost," said Tuffy. "Well, everyone get in your seats," she said. "It's time to leave." The bus driver started the bus and began to drive back to school. "Did you see the tigers?" one of the students said. Tuffy said no. But another student jumped in. "I did." "I like the giraffes," said another student. "They had the longest necks I had ever seen." Tuffy felt sad. He didn't get to see the giraffes. "The lions were the greatest," said a boy in front of Tuffy. "No, the zebras were the greatest," said a girl in the back of the bus. Tuffy did not get to see the lions or the zebras, as he was busy trying to find the class. He realized that because he was disobedient, he missed on seeing almost all the animals. He promised himself to be obedient that day on. Tuffy had learned a big lesson on obedience. So students, now you know why it is important to be obedient. Most rules and instructions are very easy to follow, while some are difficult. For example, if your father tells you to help him wash the car or scooter, that would be easy for you to follow if you like doing it. But if he tells you to switch off the TV while you are watching your favorite program, that would be difficult, isn't it? So whether you like it or not, you have to be obedient to your parents and elders. Students, do you know your parents and teachers have to obey rules too? We have to obey traffic rules like wearing a seat belt or helmet. Your parents also obey some rules when buying movie tickets. They wait for their turn in line. So we all have to obey or be obedient. So why should you be obedient to your elders? I'll tell you why. Simply because they know what is right and what is best for you. So children, I hope you obey your parents from now on. That way, you will show that you love them and you care for them. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.